before you continue today's video, I want to let you guys know I am by no means a makeup artist and my techniques probably suck. But if you guys want to see how I achieved this look, then just keep on watching.
Just see those sleigh bells jingling, ring, tingle, tingling. I'm on to lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. It's like snow is falling and friends are calling you. I'm on to lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Just see those.
Hi my angels, it's Hailey Reese and welcome to my very first chit chat get ready with me. I'm surprised it's taken me this long to film one of these because, to be honest with you guys, they're one of my favorite things to watch here on YouTube. I actually am guilty of putting someone on that's getting ready and chit-chatting while I'm getting ready and kind of just getting ready with them. But I think the main reason that I've yet to do one is just because I am by no means a beauty guru. I am by no means somebody who knows her way around makeup. I've kind of just learned looks that look nice and half decent on me, and I use those every single day, but I definitely do not use proper techniques, and I don't really know what I'm doing. So that is like my biggest disclaimer going into today's video is if you like any of the products I'm using, great, but I wouldn't necessarily follow my specific techniques because I'm just not a makeup person. But with that being said, so many of you guys have been asking me how I do my everyday glam look. And what I mean by everyday glam look is that this would not be like my everyday makeup. In fact, my everyday makeup probably takes me under like 6 minutes to do. I've kind of mastered it. But this is my, if I have somewhere important to be, or if I'm gonna be filming all day and I kind of wanna go that extra mile to do the eyeshadow and do the highlighter and do a little bit of a contour and just really like do a look. This is my everyday glam look. If you guys hear that banging in the background, I have lived here for 2 years and have yet to determine the cause of that. So I really apologize if it's distracting. But yeah, let's just get right on into this. I decided to film this in my kitchen area just because the lighting in here is so much better than anywhere else in my house. I don't even have a ring light going and I feel like you guys can see me pretty well. So first things first, when I start to get ready is I always start by brushing out my lash extensions. They can get pretty wonky. Sometimes I get them filled and for the whole time that they're filled, they're perfect. They never go any bit crazy. And then other times, I don't know what I'm doing in my sleep or what the case is, but they kind of start going all different directions. So the most important thing when I'm starting my makeup is to brush them out. All right, so I'm gonna start out with this Timeless Smoothing Primer from Tarte. I really like it. It's very creamy, it's hydrating, which is nice. Look at me talking like I know what I'm talking about, when in reality, I'm just kind of going off of what I think it is. But I'm kind of just gonna put this all over my face and prime it. While I do this though, how are you guys today? How's your day going? It is super gloomy today. It's really cloudy. I feel like it's gonna be really cold. Luckily, I don't have to go out until later tonight, but I do have to go out and venture into it. Actually, you guys, yesterday it was so funny. I saw this lady out in the elevator. I saw her and I just got my Costco paper towel. So I had this big thing of paper towel and she looks at it and goes, ooh, that's a lot of paper towel. And I was like, I just don't like going out in the winter. I'm gonna stock up on the necessities, the paper towel, the toilet paper, all of that jazz. Oh, by the way, my hair is wet. I just took a shower and washed it. If you're wondering why it looks like this, it's air drying right now. I tend to let my hair air dry until like the very last bit and then I'll give it some volume and blow dry it. But that's kind of a tip on keeping my hair looking healthy, is I try to air dry and avoid heat where I can because I am a sucker for curled hair. All right, so So, interesting fact, two things is number one, whenever I do my natural glam everyday look, well, not natural, my glam everyday look, I do my foundation and stuff after I've completed my eyes and eyebrows, which is something that I never used to do, but I've started doing it recently because I find it just cleans up the look a lot more. And whenever I'm doing my more glam look, I actually use the dip brow from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but when I do my natural look, I use their Brow Wiz. So I kind of alternate between both products. Both of them I use in the shade Taupe. I really should have had my eyebrows done prior to filming this. They're kind of at that point where if I tweeze them, I may or may not cause some problems by over tweezing. So I have no choice but to go in and get them actually done. So I'm gonna have to do that in the next day or so. But I really just follow my natural shape and kind of just fill in areas that are more sparse. For me, I really like my eyebrows to look more natural and to just follow my natural shape. So I don't do anything too crazy, and I don't like to use too much product. And actually when I go in with my foundation and it really cleans this up, it won't look as like as it looks right now. All right, so that's basically how I do my brows. They look a little extreme right now because I have nothing else on my face, but you guys will see, they'll find a home on here. So I kind of alternate between two different eyeshadow looks. Sometimes I do more of a bronzy gold, and the other time I do more of a pinky, and those are my primary two glamorized looks that I go for. So I'm gonna be going in with this palette right here, and I'm going in with this shade here, which is Obsessed. And I'm just starting that out in my crease area. Kind of just rubbing it in. So I'm gonna do that for both sides and just really make sure that I'm blending as much as possible. Guys, I'm so regretting this. I feel like I am just the worst at beauty related things, but I love to just hang out with you guys, so I figured, why not hang out and do our makeup? Why not? So, a little story time for you guys here. A little bit of tea, if you will. The other day, Tyler went to use our blow dryer. Now, I spent a lot of money on this blow dryer a while back. Not that long ago though, like it shouldn't have died at this point in its life, but I spent good money on this blow dryer. And Tyler had been telling me that something seemed a little bit off with it, but I've been using it too, and I didn't really find that anything was too off with it. And so we just kind of went about our days. And the other day, Tyler was in the bathroom, and all of a sudden you hear like this explosion, and the interior of the blow dryer exploded, and these like metal and plastic pieces came shooting out, just missing his eye, and it basically exploded and completely died. So I thought that was just so dangerous. What if it had got him in the eye? So I tried to email the company and just be like, hey, not cool. And to my surprise, the company has yet to reply to me. They just don't even care about the matter and don't even care about the issue, apparently, based off of their lack in response. I don't know, I just feel like they should have at least emailed back or said something about it. Well, whatever. Now I'm going in with this shimmery pinkish shade called Self Love. Ignore the stuff everywhere. I've been traveling, and sometimes it's just not very easy to travel with makeup. And I'm just gonna pack this, or actually more rub this. We're gonna pack the next product on the lid. Kind of just like put this, I don't know the terminology, all over my lid to give it a nice shimmery pink base. I already know you guys are gonna comment on how poor my technique is, but this is just your average girl doing her makeup. And I've tried so many times, especially back in the day, I kind of have given up at this point, to follow like established incredible beauty gurus makeup tutorials, and there's just no way that I can accomplish what they do. I think I will need to like go and book actual makeup classes and sit down with somebody and talk about how to adapt it to like my eye shape and my face and all of that, because I'm just not not good at following that kind of direction. So now that I have this on my lid, I go in with this product from Kylie Cosmetics, and it's called Queen. And it's kind of just like this loose pink shimmer. It's stunning, you guys. I love it so much. And I just take this and I kind of pick it up on my brush, pat it the littlest bit, but then I go in and I actually pack this on my lid and just really let it get in there. And this is one of my favorite things to do for a glam look. I just think it's so gorgeous. Like, look at that, you guys. So beautiful. And then I do the same thing on this side, really packing it on my lid. And I'm using the exact same brush that I just used because I feel like it kind of combines the two colors and just really blends it so nicely in with this shimmer. Okay, so once I'm done with that, I take my same first brush and get a little bit more of that Obsessed color and just kind of blend it in with the shimmer on my outer corner so that it doesn't look out of place. They kind of become one, but separate. They become one, but separate. Oops, my gosh. Let me know in the comments below, do you guys have like your own looks mastered that you guys have used that you just know anytime you use it, it's gonna work out perfectly for you? Let me know. I feel like everybody kind of establishes at least a look, maybe two, that they know works for them. And even if it's just awful and nobody else will think it's great, they know that they can do it on themselves, and it allows them to leave the house with confidence. Don't get me wrong, I would love to take some makeup classes and learn how to properly do things and the proper techniques and how to really perfect a look. But oh my goodness, what's going on with this lash here? Okay, there's an eyelash here that is just getting a life of his own. Okay. All right, I'll deal with the rest of that after. So now, taking actually this bigger brush, I'm gonna go in with the shade Prince and kind of put that up on my brow bone. Really like, yeah. And on the same side, or on the other side, I mean. Can I do the same thing? So now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna take this Maybelline New York Lasting Drama Light Liner. And I'm just gonna put this in my waterline. And now that I'm done with that, I'm just gonna take this flat brush and go in with her black shadow called Unapologetic. And I'm gonna put this along my lash line as well. Same thing on this side. All right, so for now we are done with eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna go in with my damp beauty blender, and this is the Tarte Double Duty Beauty. It's the face tape, and I'm currently using the shade Light Beige. So we're gonna go in with that and kind of just cover my whole face. Get right on in there. But with that being said, what is going on in your guys' life right now? Are any of you in college or university, and do you have your exams? I know that my sister has her exam today from one of her classes, and she's super nervous about it. She was saying it's like 40% of her mark, something like that, like something that's just like so much pressure on somebody. So if you are in college or university and you are going through exams and you're stressed, I just want to say you guys are doing amazing. I personally never went to college or university. I'm not saying that I never will take any college or university classes or courses, but my life kind of went down a different path. I would like to take creative writing classes at some point and attend those, but I just don't have the time in my life right now to actually attend college or university. But I have so much admiration for those of you who have or who do. It's hard work, guys. Well, I know you know it. You're like, yeah, you're telling me. You have no flipping clue. But I see my sister and I see how much she's studying. She's going through for medical, so it's hard. And she was showing me like these diagrams that she has to memorize of like, I don't even know, guys. It was just a lot. So I'm noticing on camera, this is showing up so pale. However, here's what I think of that. For me, I have such fair skin that I'd rather go with a more fair base and bronze it up to my liking than to go in with something too dark and to have it completely mismatched to my skin tone. That's just personal preference for me, because I found when I go a little bit darker, I never, ever, ever like the results when I'm out in the actual daylight. I just find that it looks so outrageous. Gosh, that banging is so obnoxious. Guys, I actually have no clue what it is up until this point of living here. All right. So now that that is done, I'm just gonna go in. Where is she? So now that that is done, I'm just gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Love this concealer, swear by it. This one is in Fair Light Neutral, and I'm gonna put some underneath my eyes. This one's actually darker than the one I normally use. I don't know why I just grabbed Fair Light Neutral. The one that I normally use is much lighter than this, but it's fine, this will do. I'll make it work. And I just put it on my under eyes, on my nose, and then a little bit on my forehead. And once again, going in with my beauty blender, packing that in there. What's your guys' favorite concealer? I've tried a few, and there's none that I like as much as the Shape Tape. And I know that that sounds so cliche, and you feel like everybody says, oh, Shape Tape. Even Andrew used to make fun of me. Oh, do you think you're a beauty guru with your Shape Tape? But it works for me. Like, I really like the appearance of it and how it makes my under eye and my skin look. My hair's at that awkward stage of drying where it's starting to get a little frizzy. So, but yeah, I really like it. I'm one of those people, I've told you guys before, but where when I find something that I like, I just don't even care to switch it up because I like what I'm using. So why check to see if I like something else? But I probably should, because I might like something more. Just depends. And then I'm going in with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Another one of those that sounds so overrated and like everybody talks about it and everybody loves it, but truly for me, I love it. It works. So I'm just gonna set my under eye. And then really just pack it in there to set it. And then I put a little bit down my nose as well. Don't ask why, I've just always kind of done that. And then a little bit up here. Oops, my gosh. Off the eyebrow, please. So here's where like things have kind of switched up for me. I never, ever, ever used to do this. And it's only since recently when I started watching people's like glam tutorials on how to really enhance your face makeup. And people would say to do a cream contour underneath of a powder contour. And prior to that, I've never really been one to contour. I've always kind of just put it on the cheekbones and that's basically it. But they suggested that you put a cream contour underneath, and I've recently been doing that. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference because I like blend to the high heavens because I don't want it to look muddy or like out of place on my skin. But I'm just taking this NARS product here, and this is in medium dark 2.5 chestnut. And here's what I do, guys, and this is another thing that I'm probably doing so wrong, but I'm trying, okay? I kind of kissy face it and pull up from the center, like up my cheek. Like that. And then do the same thing over here. Oh my gosh. And then I just do a couple of dots like leading up my face. No barking. Oh, Blue's coming over to drink some water. Bluey, people don't like that sound. But what I put along the bottom is just whatever's left over after doing the top, because I don't want it to be too dark down here. And then what I do is I take this foundation brush, I wet it, and kind of let it air out. And then I just kind of do circular motion till I feel like it's blended enough, so that's actually how I do that. And then I just go in with a small contour brush, and I'm using the Marc Jacobs Tantastic. It's 104. And I'm just gonna go in and then kind of enhance it, but with powder. Really lightly. I don't wanna overdo it. All right. So now at this point, guys, I really just go in with some mascara while I still have the translucent powder underneath my eyes. That way, if it gets on the powder, I can brush it away rather than getting it on my skin. Whether or not it actually works like that, I'm not entirely certain, but that's just how I do things with that kind of mentality. So I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Curved Brush, and I've loved this since high school. My mom put me on it when I was younger. I've tried different mascaras. This one's my personal favorite. When I didn't wear lash extensions, it used to just really make my lashes look amazing. So I love this one. Another one of those products where it's like, you always just kind of find your way back to it. So on the agenda for me, later today, I need to go shopping and try to find a new cross. I've looked everywhere for mine. I don't really know what happened to it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I put it somewhere safe and sound and I lost it. That's exactly why I didn't take it off since I was 18. And if I think about it for too long that it's missing, I will get really, really upset. So I need to go and buy a new one, and then hopefully that one will come up out of nowhere. You know when that happens where you thought you lost something and then out of nowhere you're like, there it is. I'm really like holding faith that that's gonna happen for me, but it's not looking too good. So I really need to go and get another one of those and really keep my eye on this one this time. Hold on, guys, I just need to fix my clip. It's falling out. Oh, I can't wait to blow dry my hair. All right, so now at this point, I'm just gonna go in with this fluffy brush and brush away the setting powder. And at this point, I really like to go in and kind of circular motion blend everything that I've put on my face thus far. I really don't like a overly makeup-y makeup look, even though I've just done the most. I understand it looks like I do, but I like it to look like I'm glamour and like I've tried, but I don't like my contour or my face to look too done. So I like to just kind of smooth it all over, brush away all the excess powder, and just really make sure that it's looking naturally glam. Then I'm just taking this Kylie Jenner pressed blush powder. It's called Barely Legal. And I'm gonna put this on the apples of my cheeks. I love blush. Another one of those things that I'll put quite a bit on and then tone it down. So now that my blush is on, once again, taking this big brush and kind of just making sure it's all blended together nicely and seamlessly. And then we're gonna go back in with that same brush that still has the pink glitter shadow on it and put it in the corners of my eyes. Then we are gonna go in with my absolute favorite highlighter of all time. It is the Jeffree Star Supreme Frost in Diamond Wet. This highlighter is blinding, it is stunning, it is gorgeous, and I love it so much. So I'm just gonna take this tapered highlighting brush and just put it my cheekbones, a little bit on my nose, a little above my lip, and then a little on the tops up here. And then we gotta move in with lippies. Now you guys are always asking me what I wear on my lips, and interestingly enough, I'm always switching it up. I never wear the exact same products on my lips. Well, sometimes I do, but I do switch it up time to time. Recently, I've been wearing the MAC 617 Velvet Teddy Matte Lipstick. And this is just a really nice nudish pink. I do have a lip liner that I would normally put on first, but it needs to be sharpened, and I couldn't find the sharpener before filming, so I'm just gonna apply it to my lips. And then on top of that, I just put this MAC Cream Sheen Glass in the shade Boy Bait on top of it. And I love how these two pair together. I put a lot of lip gloss on. I love lip gloss. I would take a gloss over a lipstick any day. I love a good lip gloss. And then to conclude this makeup look, I'm just gonna set it with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I love this stuff. I've put everyone in my life onto it that didn't know about it before because it's just so good. So I'm just gonna set it. So this is my completed makeup look. I will show you guys once I blow dry my hair and style it, how I complete this get ready with me. But that is essentially my glam everyday, if I wanna be like super dolled up look. Okay, angels, so this is my completed look. All I did was I blow dried the remainder of my hair. When I finished up my makeup, it was still a little bit damp. So I blow dried it to give it some volume. I curled it, and then I just put these cute little clips in. And that is it. This is my glam everyday look. If I have to go to a nice dinner, or if I just wanna get extra ready to film, this is my go-to look. Now, like I said, I know that my technique isn't great and that I'm not the world's best makeup artist, but this look works for me and I really enjoyed doing it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed getting ready with me. If you guys wanna see more of these, I will definitely film in a less distracting background, but let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed today's video. With that being said, I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. I love you guys so much. Bye, guys.